Hey guys, welcome back to the Sneed Cell Fuck Suck. I don't fucking care anymore. Welcome back to our podcast. Today we are without Morgan. They are boots on the ground in Israel and Palestine. They're trying to broker a peace agreement, to try to figure out a two-state solution. Uh, they need to lose their job. But anyway, Morgan, edit that out in post. We're joined today by my dear friend, Cade Soda Joke. Hi, Cade.
What's up, guys? Hey, what's a sneed?
It's like it's Sneed's feed and seed.
Chuck sucking fuck.
Yeah, you're not the first guest to ask what a sneed is. You're actually the second guest to ask what a sneed is.
Is it
How many
only
guests have there
two?
been?
We've had quite a lot, I
Oh.
think. We
I feel
have
like more than two had to have asked, right?
no, only two. Cade's the second one. We have like 11 episodes, and each episode has at least one new guest. So we probably have like 20 sneeders that have been on the podcast.
That
Well,
math checks out.
I'm brave like that. I just like the it's got kind of a Susie vibe, you know.
A
It's very
Susie?
A what?
it's like Dr. Seuss. It's like a
Oh
sneed
yeah,
sounds like a little guy.
it's like a Sneed.
Oh, I guess yeah, I guess that's actually um
Yeah, I was listening to the podcast with my sister today, and when she looked up Sneed Cell on Spotify, Thneed actually came up from the Lorax movie, like everyone needs a Thneed.
That's really funny.
I think
So-
that Dr. Seuss, if you're listening out there, hit us up. I think we could work something out that's mutually beneficial.
He's dead. The estate might be interested. I don't know how after the racism complications. I don't know how much money they're raking in.
Is Mr. Seuss a racist?
Yeah, there was a bunch of shit about like oh fuck, what was it? Yeah, there was controversy. Some of the older books were a little
Racist?
sus. Yeah.
I remember that. I remember like two books I
Yeah.
think
If
got
I
pulled off
ran
the
a
shelf.
zoo and to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street apparently had some strong racial undertones.
That's I've never heard of those books, so it's probably true.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, he
those
hated Asian people.
I knew about that. I knew that he was like really racist against Asian people because of like World War II or something.
Yeah, they're straight yellow in here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and
Not.
they've got the hat, and they're called the Chinamen. Yeah, that's probably part of it.
wait, that's insane.
Oh, here's another one where there's like a bunch of like bucktooth Japanese guys lining up for TNT.
Isn't it crazy how racist Americans are?
Yeah,
Dr.
Yeah,
Dr. Seuss is American, right?
probably.
yeah, and he's
You
white.
think you know you
yeah.
think you know a guy and then he does that?
You know what's really fucked up is that was not his real name.
What
What's
next you're
his
gonna
real
tell me he
name?
wasn't a doctor?
Yeah, what was his name?
Mr. Susan.
Theodore Seuss Geisel. I guess so is kind of his name.
Was he a
Thea-
doctor? Like a proper doctor?
No, he made that up.
Oh. So I can
Isn't
just
that
call myself
illegal?
Dr. Grugcell and no one can do anything, right?
Oh, I don't know. Women can't get away with it. It's like it's like the first lady. You know, she literally is a doctor on paper, but everybody's that's a big like conservative thing is like you're not a doctor because it's in like psychology or like something like literature or something. She's like a
I
I'm gonna
mean,
be I'm gonna be honest, I'm not entirely her who the first lady is?
Please
Like
say
right now?
psych. Anna, please say psych.
Well, I know her
Let's
last
do
name is Biden.
Jill?
let's do a little test for Anna. This could be fun. So Cade already spoiled what Miss Jill Biden's first and last name is. What was Donald Trump's wife's name?
I know it was Ivanka, right? And then Obama's was Michelle.
Well, you got one right. This is the misogyny test, and you're failing. I mean, to be fair, the first lady has just been like basically America's lunch lady for the last 20 years. She's not. It's like every single one of them always has a new terrible idea about how to fix school lunches, and that's the only thing I ever hear them do.
Uh,
Wait, who's
E-
the Trump
E-
first lady?
Melania.
Ivanka was his daughter.
I'll give you bonus points because he has said multiple times that he would fuck her if.
Fuck the shit out of Ivanka.
Yeah.
He has gone on live television and said, if Ivanka wasn't my daughter, I would vigorously have sex with her.
That's true.
Not to allegedly, not to that accord. Don't sue me, Mr. Trump.
I think he's a little busy to sue you.
He wouldn't
He's a
sue
little
us. He's a
busy.
fan.
Did you see him
Mr.
cussing recently?
Mr. Trump swore?
He's been cussing all over the place.
Dude,
Has he not always sworn?
my president would not say naughty words. Think of the children.
He said, like talking about the indictments, he said that let's indict the motherfucker, which was really weird. And then
He said fuck?
he said motherfucker, and then he said the Capitol looks like shit. Which is like that was your
Dude, he
house.
lived there for 4 years.
Yeah, I don't know. He's off a bean.
It's crazy to think that if you're president, like you have to live in that house. That's weird.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
All right. Here's a hard one for you, Anna. Who was Bill Clinton's first lady?
That one's easy.
No way.
That one's easy.
What's the answer?
It's Hillary Clinton.
Well, I was
Okay.
worried.
Okay. All right. All right.
But if you asked me a
who-
month ago, I would maybe not have been able to remember.
Who sucked Bill Clinton's dick in the Oval Office?
Monica Lewinsky.
Did you Google that?
No,
I'm
I can show you
impressed.
my Google tab right now.
No. I'm impressed. What are you looking at on? Let's see what Anna's looking at on Google. Let's zoom into this shit. Anna has Twitter open on Google, Dr. Seuss Wikipedia, and Michelle Obama's IMDb on open on her Google.
Credits like.
Wow. And Anna's bookmarks are Amazon, YouTube Studio, Fire Emblem folder, and Twitter. I love your life, Anna.
Wait.
This shit
It's
rules.
It's not just Amazon. It's a link to an Amazon page. A specific
Mitsubishi
one.
Electric ST1 Toaster Ultimate Shorty. What the fuck? Amazon thinks I'm a bot on this computer I'm on. It made me type in a
What?
CAPTCHA.
That's
Do you have this
weird.
toaster?
No, but it's my dream toaster.
Oh my god. Anna linked us a $273 toaster.
I think it's
That's,
actually more expensive too, because you need like a power outlet converter, because I don't think it uses.
Oh yeah, that's $100. Yeah, you're looking at all told about a $500 unit here for your toast.
There's no way it's that much for a converter, right?
Well, the converter is $100, so that puts you up to right about $400.
Don't fuck around with electricity. You pay for top of the line shit.
That's true, that's true. But supposedly this is the world's best toaster, even though it only toasts one piece of toast at a time.
Whenever we get more discretionary funds, I spent all of our yearly discretionary funds on buying a porn game for my friend Matthew. We'll get Anna this toaster and she'll do a live video review.
I will, yeah. You can like pour like not pour. You can like have a little mayonnaise on the edge of the like the crust of the bread and then crack an egg in the middle and like it'll toast the bread and cook the egg.
I think that's just how heat works.
Well, yeah, but like my toaster couldn't do that because if you put an egg in it, it would like break it because it's
I think Cade and I might have. So I know Cade in real life. He's come to Atlanta and we hung out. I think we saw something like this at the Chinese supermarket.
I was frankly overwhelmed by the choice paralysis going on in there, but that wouldn't surprise me. This is novel. I can see this getting, with the techie crowd.
you know, if I had this toaster, I would use it every day. Maybe.
I need to see Linus Tech Tips break this thing down for me. I'm kind of
Yeah, I'm thinking the same actually.
I'm into it now.
And so when Cade and I hung out in real life, we got these ice cream cones, and it was like synthetic ice cream or some shit, and that destroyed my body for like a week.
Really?
That
That
ice
fucked you up?
that ice cream fucked me up so badly.
Really? What happened? You got like tummy aches or
I got the worst tummy aches for a week after, and I don't think it was the hot pot, because we ate the same hot pot.
yeah, but we also ate the same ice cream cone. I had it, it was fine. Maybe you
Well,
had the screwy one.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I got the fucked up evil ice cream cone. The
Damn.
the ice cream cone that tried to kill me.
This is the first time hearing of this. I'm sorry that happened.
I could have swore I told you, like whenever you left, I could have swore I messaged you saying it was really awesome to meet you. Also, this shit is destroying my stomach, and I sat on the toilet for like 2 hours when I got home.
It's possible that that happened, but I didn't know the scope of the incident. I was escorting my sister from a K-pop concert that night too, so a lot on my mind. Um,
I
yeah,
think
that's
that's
unfortunate.
I think that's evidence that we're not supposed to eat synthetic ice cream.
Something weird was going on with that shit, with that crap, with that garbage.
Like, what even is synthetic ice cream?
It was just like it just tasted fake. You know what I mean? Kate had the same ice
It's
cream cone I did.
Yeah, I still like can feel the texture when I think about it. It's like it tasted like butter. Like it was like it felt like
What?
the consistency of butter, but it was supposed to be ice cream. It's cold. It's like I don't know. Do you know what I mean? It was like cold butter almost. And then I don't know. It is a whole thing. It was not very
No,
good.
I agree. I agree. If you're I forgot what it's called. Next time I go to the Chinese supermarket, I'll have to find it and conscribe our listeners to listen or consume the fucking poison, the toxic. Dude, my cat's going crazy right now.
I'm still cracking away at that newspaper I picked up. Like
Really?
well, about once a week I'll I'll translate an article. Nothing relevant to me yet, but
For a
I'm
little
getting through it.
context on that, there's a the the Chinese supermarket is Great Wall. It's like if you have Super H Mart in your area, it's very similar to Super H Mart, but nothing's in English. They do have things in English, obviously, but you kind of have to guess what a lot of the shit is, because they will have all of the packaging will be in different Eastern Asian languages, and the sign on the shelf will say some shit like energy sticks. And you kind of have to guess what energy sticks are.
Yeah, it was quite a maze, and I'll tell you right now, if Dr. Seuss was walking around in there, he would not have been any kinder to Chinese people afterwards. Also,
Yeah, no,
the
he
looks
would
we were getting.
oh yeah, we were getting a lot of weird looks. I don't know if it was I don't know. I don't know what it was, but people were looking at us like we didn't belong there. Two crackers going through the Chinese supermarket, and we only had 2 ice cream cones in our hands. I'm
Yeah, I
pretty
think that
sure
was
that's all we
it.
bought.
Everybody else is like buying fruit, and we're
Buying
like
fruit and food and actual grocery shopping.
just a couple of Sneeds with some ice cream.
Some fucking Sneed cells, buying
This is
some lame ass ice cream.
it's a very funny visual. Imagining people like shopping with 2 ice cream cones.
Well, that's what we did. That's all we waited in line for 30 minutes to get our goddamn ice cream cones. Because when people go there, they buy groceries because it's a grocery store.
No self-checkout in China.
Uh, I need independent fact checkers to confirm this.
We'll worry about that in post. Craig, just put that in.
Craig doesn't do any of the editing. Uh, Morgan actually does all of the editing of this podcast. Shout out Morgan. They're not even here to fucking participate. It feels weird. It feels unnatural, but
It's wrong.
they're bettering the world by trying to broker out a peace deal between Israel and Palestine, so I
We're
won't
getting
complain.
there. We're getting close. Finally.
Yeah, all we needed is Morgan's probably gonna fucking cut this out in post, but we just needed a fucking person to go do it.
Is that how it's pronounced?
I think so. I don't it's a real word.
Yeah, I feel like this is what you were looking for.
As a as a guy who has no business making distinctions,
As a
I'm into
cis male,
yeah.
I think a lot of our recent guests have been cis males.
Yeah,
Hold
what the
on.
hell's going on?
Let me look at because our
It can't be that many, right?
target demographic is women with penises.
Oh, nice.
Our last guest Connor was a cis male. Oliver is a male. Alex is non-binary. Okay, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. We're fine. We're fine.
Can
We're
I
fine.
expect a bunch of new gender fluid friends on my Twitter page from this, or it is low key?
Hopefully. I think our analytics are actually pretty good. I hate talking about analytics so much, but uh our listeners are dedicated and they're women with penises usually.
Oh,
Who
Or
need to
non-binary.
who need to change their Spotify gender because
Yes. They still need to do that. We're
Dude,
still sitting at 50% male listeners, and I know that's not the case. I know you guys are girls, so fucking pause the podcast, go to your Spotify settings on your computer, and change your gender to female if you can. If they don't let you do that, make a new Spotify account. Fuck it. Who cares?
it's got really harrowing news.
What?
what's
I
that?
I I think that I've been blocked on Twitter by angry bisexuals.
Why? What did you
What?
do?
What did you do to angry bisexuals?
There was a post by angry bisexual. Oh, fuck, what was it? It was like
What is hold on. I I'm like the least online person ever. What is angry bisect? Is that like an account?
maybe they just locked themselves. I don't know, but they posted something about like um it was like something, I guess, bi exclusionary, and they were like, I'm literally shaking. It's the violence against bisexual people is just so taxing, and I don't know. I said something about them being annoying, and now they're gone. I can't look at them anymore.
This is a genuine question. Are bisexuals oppressed?
Not yet. Not until I get my hands on them.
No, that was a genuine question. Like, do bisexual people think that they're
No.
oppressed?
Yes,
Well-
they think they are. I mean, I don't. Okay, I want to like
As your cis straight male, you can give your input.
look. I don't have the negative feelings about bisexuals in like a cis white guy way. I'm like one of y'all spiritually. It's just the general attitude of. I struggle. Here's what my issue is. I see. You know, I see my NBs and my transgender heroes out there on the front lines every day, fighting the war to save the world. And then I see bisexuals only ever, dating somebody of the opposite sex, and then they're somehow the most upset out of anybody online, and I'm a little confused. You can cancel me if you want.
So joke gets canceled again.
Yeah, it's like I'm already out of I've already been ostracized. I've been exiled from my
No,
fame.
no. I know you're an ally. You're a bisexual ally. You want what's best for gender and sexual minorities.
I
So
just think
that's
what's best for bisexuals is to be a little quieter. You know what I mean?
we need to fucking shut up everyone that isn't straight. That was a joke. That was a sorry. That was out of pocket.
Shut this podcast down.
Yeah,
We're canceled.
we're canceled. This is the we're canceled episode. No, it's not.
You would have
It's a
you would have you would have thought it was episode 10.
the
Don't say it.
redacted episode. No, that one wasn't even bad.
No, that was a good episode.
Yeah. I was just I don't know. That's an interesting take though, Cade, as from an ally.
I want to see everybody happy. I just want a little clarity. Like for me, it's like Giger, cool. Like I got that down, seconds flat. But like being a bisexual when you've never done bisexuality, I'm always because those are the people who are the most militant about it. You know what I mean?
Well, okay, hold on. I will actually have a little pushback for that.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Because when I was like before I started transitioning, I've had like a very long, journey with my sexuality, and I like identified as bisexual for a long time, even though I had never been with a man when I was a man, and I'd only been with women, but I was still like sexually attracted to men. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just for a lot of bisexual people, it's very convenient to I'm not speaking for anyone here, but it's very convenient to date, like say I'm a bisexual man and I date a woman. It's very convenient for me.
I see. I did not consider it as a resignation to status quo. That makes sense.
Yeah, and in that time I was a sex I thought I was I don't know. I've had a very long journey with my sexuality. Now I'm just a eunuch. I feel nothing. I have like no sexuality. I have no sexual desire or drive whatsoever, and it's awesome. Um, but when I was dating my longtime girlfriend at the time, and I started transitioning, that made me gay, I guess, or like in a lesbian relationship. And we dated for like most of the time we were dating, I was a woman. And when we broke up, even to this point, I exclusively dated men. So I don't know if that would make me like the true neutral bisexual, even though I now only exclusively date men. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now that I'm like a woman.
See, I just don't know why people would be pushing back on this stuff because that's like you turned gay. That's so cool. That's like a
Yeah.
superpower.
Yeah, my relationship, which was a straight, quote unquote, straight relationship, even though before I started my medical transition, I identified as non-binary for a large majority of my relationship with my ex-girlfriend when I was a man. It became a lesbian relationship when I became a binary trans person.
And you, did she consider herself bisexual or did she just become lesbian? Did you
Well,
inflict
I
lesbianism?
this is I don't think she would care that I'm talking about this, but she considered herself to be a bisexual for a very long time. And when I started transitioning, and I started like estrogen took it, started to do stuff to my body and to my face and to everything, that to her, it helped her realize that she wasn't bisexual. She was just uh conforming to a heteronormative mode of society. And she realized through me transitioning that she was a lesbian, and now she exclusively dates women.
Damn, yeah, that's crazy. It's always like in Seinfeld when George creates lesbians, it's like embarrassing. But that's empowering when you did it.
Yeah, I became a woman, and I helped somebody realize that they are a lesbian. Isn't that incredible?
That's
That's
incredible.
can we just can we get the entourage in here? Just come back.
Oh
Let's
my
hear it.
god.
The making lesbians in a cool way. Thank you for your service.
If if it doesn't show up whenever I export this audio, Morgan, whenever Cade talks about the entourage, can you please just add a bunch of like applause B-roll audio? Thank you.
Yeah, and they're also like 8 seconds long. So
Just like 8 seconds of B-roll audio whenever we get really awkward and quiet.
yeah, you can also whenever I run out of things to say, you just let the entourage take over and
Yeah,
feel like
fuck
there's
it.
any blank space.
I,
No,
I
what are you saying,
I
Anna?
I have to wonder like if the recording picks up the soundboard because I don't know if you remember, but on one of our earlier episodes we had somebody like spam it a couple times and I it was not acknowledged like at all.
I don't remember that at all.
Only
Like
time will tell.
you were just like I guess I have to go back and because I've listened to every single episode, and I was there for every single episode except for one, and I straight up just don't remember that.
I want to say it would have been it had to have been episode
I'm
3 or
thinking,
5.
oh, I was thinking it might have been the episode. Or
No.
Morgan, edit that out in post because she doesn't publicly go by that. Thanks, Morgan.
Thank you, Morgan.
Shout out to Morgan. They are our everything.
Is
For
Morgan your Jamie?
Our
Morgan
Jamie.
is more than our Jamie.
Morgan's like there are
Our rock.
without Morgan there is no Sneed Cell podcast. This was entirely their idea.
Yeah.
Where they oh my god, my cat is going crazy. They messaged a server that Anna and I are in, like a small private server. And they messaged a couple of people asking if we wanted to make a podcast, and Anna and I said yes.
Well, I gotta meet this Morgan uh this Morgan fella. It's a shame.
Yeah,
There's no Morgan.
they're neat. At some point, hopefully, like we're not nearly done recording this episode, and we usually reserve this to post. But you're always welcome back on, Mr. Soda Joke.
Oh, I'm sure when the fans, catch wind of my dry wit and
Your dry wit and biphobia.
my biphobia, they'll be screaming for more. The entourage has already hyped me up for round 2.
Oh no.
I
We
can be like
gotta
the villain, I can come in
and fucking ruin everything.
and more vitriol. Yeah, I can like invade, like in Dark Souls, so like invade episodes and
We got fucking we just we keep you in the Discord that we record this shit in, and you'll just pop in sometimes and fucking assault our minds with visions of
Dr.
homosexuality.
Seuss is racist.
Dark spirit soda joke.
Yeah, I'll get to work on some evil deeds I can do to you guys. So, are there any like you guys do like segments? Is there any mail you can open? Any food you can mukbang? Is that how you say it?
We
I think it's
w-
mukbang, right?
we don't do any segments. We just kind of so a little behind the scenes. Whenever we have guests on here, a lot of them ask like, "What do we talk about?" or "How do we plan things out?" And the truth is, we don't plan any of this out. We just kind of riff for however long we go on recording.
Suck it and fuck it.
Yeah, we're sucking and fucking for like an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours.
I'm into it.
But last time I think for the Oliver, Morgan was late for one of the episodes, and Anna and I just kind of watched cooking videos for like 2 hours.
Yeah. I want to say that was the last one.
Was that the last one?
Yeah, because it was the one where our guests didn't show up either.
Sorry, the is kind of poopy. My headphones will randomly come unplugged, and I'll see my voice activation stop.
Sound like you got raptured.
Does it?
Yeah, it's
Not really.
Wait, do I sound normal?
Yeah,
you're
you
good
sound
now.
normal.
You're not getting
Okay.
raptured right now. It was earlier.
Okay, cool.
The
Cool.
trumpets blaring in the microphone.
Yeah, I'm in my fucked up basement right now. So my basement a pipe burst and my basement flooded, and I'm just kind of like sitting in the water. There's not standing water in my basement, but I'm standing in what was my basement. Because that's the only place that I can record these without waking up everyone else in my house. So I'm just kind of camping out here.
So what's the damage? Like, do you have carpet down there or
Oh, yeah. So the damage is all of the carpet has to get replaced. Um, the ceiling, if you know what my basement looks like, I have drop ceilings down here. It looks like an office building kind of. All of the ceilings have to get ripped out. All of the piping in the ceilings has to get ripped out, and they have to entirely redo the piping down here.
See, I knew you had like the weird ceiling, and I thought you said that you lived in an office building, and I believed you. I thought you really did.
No, I don't think I've ever said that, but
No, you definitely said it, but like as a joke, and I thought you were serious.
Oh, because I talk about my job a lot. Like I'll be in my office, just like jerking off in there, playing RuneScape or something, or sleeping, and I think I might have been joking about that at some point.
No, I was when you were talking about your ceiling.
there it goes again.
The rapture.
The rapture. Morgan, I'm so sorry, Morgan. I guess actually you only have to mute my audio track during that part, so it's not gonna be too hard. And we're recording this on an early day, so you have time to edit it. But I'm actually really scared that I'm gonna lose the drop ceiling because I do live down here, and I'm currently not living down here, of course, because it's unlivable. And the drop ceiling is very nostalgic for me, believe it or not.
Yeah.
It's like it feels like safety to me.
Wow, that just sounds so dark to me.
What?
Drop ceiling is like a comfort.
Yeah.
I respect it. I love like wood paneling.
What is it? Okay, maybe I'm mistaking this. I love Google drop ceiling. That's like the that's like the Taco Bell ceiling, or like
Wait, is that the Taco Bell ceiling?
it's just so like corporate, you know. It's just like it's
It's
like
an
the
office
office.
building.
Yeah.
Yeah, drop ceilings they're like my comfort.
You just like do you have like fluorescent lights buzzing as you sleep, or
Right now, yeah, because the where I'm staying right now, there's no light bulbs, there's no nothing, so I kind of just have a floodlight as my only light source in that room. How does that sound?
I'm gonna have to cancel my sleepover with you next week. The
No.
vibes are not sounding good.
I kind of and I sleep on the floor again now. If you're I don't know if you know anything about my previous sleeping habits before I got to bed, but I would just kind of sleep on the floor, like fully clothed in jeans and shit. But I'm back to that basically, because my bed my bed is no more.
So why were you doing that? You didn't have a bed?
I did not have a bed.
How did that come to be?
I've just never had a bed.
You've never had a bed.
Yeah, I didn't like them.
You didn't like beds? What are you talking about?
How is this so hard to believe?
I like what? I just like I've you don't what do you mean you didn't like beds?
At what age did you realize, "Oh, I don't like beds"?
So when I was a kid, I used to have this bed that had a bunch of storage underneath and it was wooden with a mattress on top of it. And it made a lot of noise when I would sleep and move around in my sleep, or when I was just sitting in my bed, like playing fucking Pokemon or something. And I think that associated a lot of negative it formed a lot of negative associations towards beds towards me, I think.
Mm.
Uh, and it was further cemented when I moved as a child to the house that my parents currently own. Uh, the bed that I had, so I shouldn't say I've never owned a bed. Uh, the bed that I had when we moved was even worse. Uh, and I just decided, fuck this. This sucks. And I like threw my bed into the a storage chamber or something, and I just slept on the floor.
I like to imagine you're like 9 and one day your mom comes into your room and it's like oh Grug, we're sitting out for dinner. Be right there, and you just get up off the floor. Where's his bed? Oh, I didn't want it anymore. It brought bad juju to the room.
That's basically what happened. I just decided that I preferred the floor, and I would just kind of sleep in like a nest. I used to be very messy as a child, so I would just throw my shit everywhere, and I would form a nice little nest that I would sleep in.
Like the Asmongold kind of sleeping situation.
Imagine that, but I don't have a bed, and I'm sleeping on like clothes and random blankets and pillows and toys.
Yeah, I just think there's just a divide. There's a wide gulf between us where you can't comprehend me thinking that's fucking crazy, and me not being able to comprehend the sheer depth of hatred that that creaky bed gave you to where you'd rather sleep on the floor your whole life.
I feel like
Yeah.
I think your hatred is misplaced. I feel like you actually hate bed frames because bed frames are evil.
Well, I just when I got my bed, I have receipts for this. I was texting my friend June. I was telling her that I have never I can pull up the receipts. I told her I have okay, Saturday I said ever since I got a bed I sleep so much worse. Have you experienced this? And she said LMFAO and I said interesting. I'm taking notes and learning. I've never owned a bed, so I have to do some research.
So
Well,
like,
now I understand why you'd sleep worse because you're not used to it. But like the noise, I feel like, that's all the frame's fault.
yeah, but with your like with your strong lesbian girlfriend, like, what was that like? The were there ever any difficulties in like
All right.
can
So
I
what
come over? Oh yeah, but there's no bed.
so when that was happening, like when I was with her, she would never come over to my place. Uh, we would always go over to her. She was living in a dorm at the time, so we would go over to like her uh dorm room that had paper thin walls next to her, and she had a one roommate, which was the RA. Um, and she had like a terrible bed and a squeaky bed frame. Uh, so whenever we would like have sex, it would definitely wake up her roommate and everything. So her RA roommate knew what was going on, and we would just kind of sleep on top of each other. And sometimes I would sleep on the floor because the bed was a
She
dorm.
missed it so much.
The bed was a dorm bed and it was terrible. And then the next year when she got a new dorm room, she got like a queen bed or something, and that one was equally worse, but it was a lot bigger. So I would never sleep on the floor when I went over there. Um, and then when we moved in together, she took her mattress from her dad's house, and that's what we slept on. Uh, but I would sometimes sleep on the floor.
You'd sneak away in the night.
Yeah, and that mattress was actually on the floor, like no box spring. It was just straight up on the floor. So maybe that's why I was okay with sleeping on that bed a lot of the time.
Yeah, but I was gonna ask if that was better.
It was to me.
See,
But when
yeah.
we broke up and we were still on the same lease, and I moved into our living room, I had like a couch that I slept on for a little bit, but most of the time I would just sleep on our tile flooring.
Yeah, couch
Right.
sleeping isn't great.
Yeah, tile flooring's a lot better.
And there was actually multiple times where when we were together, I worked pretty far away, and we had to crash at my parents' house whenever my car would break down, which happened a lot. Um, and I didn't have a bed to offer her to sleep in, so she would sleep on the couch, and I would just sleep on the floor, like next to the couch.
Did she ever like get up in the middle of the night for a glass of water and trip on you or anything like that?
Probably. I'm a very heavy sleeper. I'm like a rock when I sleep.
Oh God, what a throw! I mean, I just can't imagine all the problems that. I'm sorry. This is insane.
What?
I just drop ceiling, no bed, and you're just it's nirvana to you. It's crazy. I mean, hey, respect. You're my friend, but I feel a little less safe.
I feel more safe.
What? What's the?
Because if you're tough enough to sleep on tile flooring like happily, if there ever came to be a mortal struggle between us, there's no way I could beat you.
What's the? What's the? Well, I to be fair, I am a lot taller than you, I think. But
Yeah, that's true.
hold on. Sorry for my fucking my headphones are fucking up. Uh,
Flatlining.
but I'm taller than you. I weigh more than you. I'm battle hardened. I'm from Atlanta.
Yeah, I guess, I guess this really is not much of a difference maker.
Yeah, like we can still be breasties and everything, but I hope that like this Lovecraftian knowledge doesn't stain your opinion on me.
It's,
Does
I
being
guess, yeah.
does
Oh,
being
sorry.
from Atlanta give you a combat buff?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
That's the strengths.
Absolutely.
That's where like Future's from.
And well, I don't know. Okay. I've never actually lived in Atlanta. I've lived in the surrounding cities, but that's close enough. Like I was born in Atlanta, so
Mm,
Yeah, the
I, f-
hospital.
I feel like we're gonna need a council to decide if you get the combat buff.
oh my God. Being born here is good enough. They like pump you full of gay hormones and shit when you're popped out of the womb. That's why everyone's gay in Atlanta. I'm being for real. There are zero straight people in Atlanta.
I mean, that thing that Alex Jones said about frogs, that was true. So,
It's also true about Atlanta.
yeah,
Wait, that was true. They were
it
making
was,
frogs
yeah,
gay.
it wasn't like, um, I don't know what exactly he was getting at. If he was accusing Big Pharma of like trying to make frogs gay, then that's not true. But yeah, no, there was some, whatever was going in the water, frogs were just becoming more inclined to boy fuck, and that was true. He was telling the truth.
I feel like this is something you can talk a little bit about. I know you're into right wing lolcows, right?
Oh yeah.
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 Tell us a little bit about Alex Jones, like his
I mean,
mythos, his
I mean,
lore.
I don't know at this point if there's anything I can espouse that isn't like
Well,
it's.
just tell me. Like you're talking to your friend right now. Like what's going on with Alex Jones?
I mean, I can just tell you from a personal perspective. See, my introduction to the right was being the son of a Pizzagate guy. So that was kind of like around 14. My dad's like, he's showing me videos of like the like guys in suits who are apparently in like the basement of a pizza restaurant, and there are people on stage laughing about um like creepy sexual stuff. Just like
So
you just getting into Alex Jones
so
around the time I
so
was.
what is Pizzagate?
Like, all right, I'll go Julian Assange here. Pizzagate was the conspiracy that do you not know this, or is this just like is this pod talk?
I vaguely understand that they thought they were harvesting adrenochrome or like packaging young boys into pizza boxes.
Okay, so all right, so
That
kind of
is
the like
all I know about Pizzagate.
yeah, you know about the product. Let me tell you about the production. So the whole it started with during the Obama presidency, there was apparently like an order for $1 million worth of pizza or something like that coming out of the White House, or like $100,000. Like there was some comically large amount of junk food that I guess I think it was pizza that was bought, and that's like struck a nerve with Q, as Q was kind of coming into being, and then there was some restaurant, I think it's a pizza place in DC, where I guess the rumor was, I think it might have been the place they got the pizza from over time. I don't think it was like $1 million pizza order, but there was a lot of pizza coming out of this one joint. Um, and somebody, I might be totally fucking wrong about this, but I did hear, I think I'm remembering correctly. I do know there was a pizza place that they thought was, that was harvesting children, and there was a basement where the adrenochrome was being siphoned out of uh white little children, And then I remember there was a guy who actually showed up there with a gun, and
Yeah, a good
then
guy with a gun.
yeah, and then there was no basement. Like the basement doesn't exist. So that was like years of freaking out over the rape basement at the Pizza Planet. It didn't exist. There was no basement. But that's kind of one that was one of the big early that was like a little bit pre-Trump. So that was one of, at least for my political consciousness, like that was the first huge Q moment where people started, you know, assuming that every Democrat is like Jeffrey Epstein type shit. Yeah, my dad believed that. He was he was kind of
That's
he
awesome.
yeah, he was teaching me all this stuff. Um I remember he told me the frogs are gay, and then I looked it up. That's how I discovered Alex Jones. I never went into like the pipeline with Alex Jones. Huge fan, but it's been years um, of slowly budding affection. It was never like all at once. This guy's gonna save the world.
I think my dad's also familiar with who Alex Jones is, but I think my dad's a little bit more normal. Like he has he obviously has some more reactionary opinions towards trans people. Like he doesn't believe that uh I have to word myself carefully here. He doesn't believe that children have the capacity to know that they are trans whatsoever. And he believes that if children think that they are trans, that they're being groomed to think so. However, he does think that adults should be able to transition, and it is a good thing for adults who think, or for transgender adults to transition. Uh, so that's like his stance on it. But he knows a lot about Alex Jones, and he's very normal. Uh, he doesn't vote. He's like apolitical. He just wants to grill most of the time. He's like your normal American griller. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that's the thing
Yeah.
about Alex Jones is that's where he permeates. Is like that's where he appears. More often than not, he doesn't infect, but that's like he's at the barbecue first, and then he gets into the basement and that kind of thing. Like
Well,
crisis actors too, that kind of thing. My
I
dad was a crisis actors.
for Alex Jones, if you believe in what he says, it's not one of those things where you get to pick and choose what you believe he says. You have to believe the whole thing because of just the nature of what he's saying. So if you believe that there's a basement where they're harvesting the blood of little boys and that the frogs are turning gay or whatever, you also have to believe that Sandy Hook was staged and that there are crisis actors,
Yeah,
that every mass shooting is being staged.
yeah, it
Um,
is all the same. It's all like the same, shadow doing everything.
yeah, so that's my personal take on Alex Jones. He's one of the funniest people on the internet just because he says so much ridiculous shit. If you can remove Alex Jones from what he's saying and the actual impact of what he's saying and just view him as like a caricature comedic act, I think Alex Jones makes some of the best content on the internet to laugh at as like a right-wing caricature. But unfortunately, Alex Jones doesn't make content as a right-wing caricature. He makes content as uh, a right-wing conspiracy theorist who actually influences the thoughts and minds of people, which is bad if you didn't know.
Yeah, he's pretty crazy. I don't know. It's fucking. It's. I just like. We can talk about Alex Jones and that kind of thing all day, and I mean, like the general we, as in, I imagine this is this appeals to a left leaning audience. But there's just a
Yes, this is
fundamental parasite we all lack to like believe that kind of stuff.
this is a far left podcast.
Well, that's good. I'm in. safe, dirty commie hands. Do you guys get political, or is this like a kind
This
of a
is
new?
probably the most political episode.
Probably, almost definitely.
This is the most political episode.
Are we
Like
rocking with
one,
that, or
I'm rocking with it. It's a little bit of a deviation towards our like regular scheduled stuff, but
Yeah.
it's like it's like a refreshing deviation, I think.
you know, I'll talk some shit all you want, but if we want to get back to the goonings and the
No,
sneeds,
no, you're it's like a breath of I knew that you're a political person, so I knew that this was like a I was expecting this when I brought you on.
yeah, there's a lot of people I want to see and elected
And
and
yeah. And you want to you know what? I'm not gonna say what I was about to say.
yeah, don't put my name on anything. Let me do the self sabotage.
Yeah, for sure.
So how about that? How about
I think we should avoid talking about that.
yeah?
Yeah, there's nothing that we can say that hasn't already been said. Of
Yeah.
course, this is an apolitical podcast. Of course, we're apolitical. We have no political opinions. But free.
Yeah, just for I just don't I can't even word the joke. Just Morgan, cut that out.
Yeah,
Can I
Morgan.
call those? Can I make those calls?
Yeah, you can call those.
Oh,
Morgan,
sweet.
cut out all mentions. Not all mentions, just like this previous bit.
All right, thanks, Morgan.
-2.
We should get him a treat for this one.
Yeah, let's I'll buy Morgan Morgan bought me KOF 2002 for my birthday on Steam. I'll buy them like fucking I don't know. Uh penis Venus or some shit.
Do you think he owns Accent Core?
He definitely doesn't.
I'll buy him Accent Core.
All right, yeah. We'll buy them Accent Core. I feel like to Cade, Morgan's just an entity.
Yeah, I kind of like the this just this like utterly revered invisible being who is listening to everything that I say.
Yeah, they're gonna listen through this podcast and they're gonna know your voice and know what you have to say, but they're not gonna know you, and you're not gonna know them.
Can we Morgan, can we increase the
Bass, can you make my voice deeper? I just feel like we need a little, like, Chad energy in here.
Yeah.
like,
We have two women in here. We need like a manly man to come.
It's real data in here, and I think I'm the one for the job. I think I can.
the the regular host, like the three hosts are like estrogenated, and then we bring on one of two people, uh estrogenated
Yeah,
or
I'm just like
somebody
a
I know
little
in real
Twinkie.
life who's not estrogenated.
I'm just like a but I'm just like a little Twinkie baby. I don't have to be estrogenated because I've been assumed to have been I'm less of an ally and more of like a conscript. I've been labeled as a homosexual my whole life, but not like in the Jerry Seinfeld like neat and clean way. Like I'm tiny and I sound like a girl and I look like a homo. So
Nah, you look like my friend. You're one of the most well-known friends.
yeah, am I famous in Grub World?
You're famous to me.
Yeah, that's a very gentle answer.
There's a fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. That's so terrible. Pain and suffering.
Have you you all known each other for a long time? Hosts?
I,
Not super long.
I've known about Anna, and like I think we've been mutuals on Twitter for like 2 years by now.
No way, 2 years? That can't be right.
I think it's 2 years.
I think it's been like a year because
Probably.
I had like 14 followers July of last year.
Okay, yeah, it's probably a year then. And Morgan was actually really mean to me when I first met them online. Like incredibly mean to me. Uh, and they're probably gonna censor that out, but now we have this project with them, so that's cool.
So I'm like the OG around here, is what I'm really hearing.
You're a Grug Oldhead. Cade and I go way back.
I discovered Grug a few years ago. I said, I think this kid's got what it takes.
Oh yeah.
Took you under my wing, and
You taught me everything I knew.
yeah, look at you now. I'm a guest on your show. I really thought I'd be the guy with the show, but fuck it.
Yeah, I got 4 girlfriends. One of them's my husband. You gotta guess which one. I got lotion on my dick. I'm stroking my shit on my podcast.
I was just about to break through too, just like you did, but then I got banned. So it's
Free soda joke. Fist in the air.
dude, it's so over. I can get some numbers on my, but it's not the same anymore. Also, I can't follow all the people I was following. It's gonna take ages to find all those folks again. So I just
Nah.
I quit.
That's very wise.
A life of solitude. It really, like, my life has been absolutely better, but I do miss it every day. I miss the rage. Um, I miss feeling unheard. I miss writing the best jokes to nobody.
Soda joke.
Soda joke, man. I was writing those raps and everything, dude. It was
You want to ghostwrite my next song?
your next song. Are you making songs?
Yeah, I have a song.
What the hell?
You don't know about this?
I don't know if maybe I do, maybe I don't. I didn't like. I'm gonna be so real, and I don't like. I feel bad about this, but it just never came to me. I was like the last guy to know you had a podcast.
Really?
I had no fucking clue. Well, I'm banned on Twitter, so I don't see what you're doing anymore. Like blue skies for losers. So I don't know. I'm so out of the loop. I'm petting my cat. I'm going to work. Um, and
This is my song. I posted it in general. I choose Love Freestyle featuring Nano and Rodney.
you got Rodney on this. All right, let's give it a live.
Yeah, she's sucking on my tip.
Maybe not
She's
live
sucking
listen.
on my tip. She's sucking on my
I
tip.
just started listening right
Yeah.
now. I hadn't
Sucking
heard it
on my
either.
tip. She's sucking on
I
my
didn't
tip.
expect the
She's
first
sucking
line.
on my ooh. Yeah. She's sucking on my tip. She's sucking on my tip. She's sucking on my tip. Ooh,
Rapture.
Yeah. She's sucking
Okay.
on my tip.
I guess.
She's sucking on my tip.
Are
You
you
what?
allowed? Are you allowed to put your song in? Can we do a listening segment?
I mean, it's my song, and I don't I don't know. It's good audio to just have my song in the middle of the podcast.
I don't know. It's like the radio. They used to do that.
We could roll it at the end maybe.
Oh
as, like,
yeah,
credits.
at the very end. Listen later for "I Choose Love" freestyle featuring Nano and Rodney. But like a little bit of production backstory for this. I was recording this on my brother's gamer headset, so my audio is really bad, and I was shit faced drunk when I recorded my lines, and Rodney asked me what we should name this song, and I said I choose Love Freestyle. when it's about like sex with a man.
That's really good. Did you see Adonis's freestyle?
I don't know who Adonis is.
Drake's son.
Drake,
Drake is the son.
Drake has a son.
Wait, hold on. You guys. Okay, you don't remember a few years ago when like the Pusha T disc came out and it was revealed that Drake
Hold
had
on.
a secret child.
Drake has
No.
a son.
You don't know? Yes, Drake had a secret child and it got exposed on a diss track. It was like literally one of the craziest losses in rap history, besides Tupac getting shot.
Drake has a son.
Yes, Drake has a son named Adonis. He's like 8 years old and he just dropped a song. It's like the worst thing I've ever heard.
He's 8 and he's already making music.
Yeah, he did. So I'm asking this. So was your song a freestyle?
Yes.
It was a freestyle. Okay, so yeah, this Adonis song is a freestyle, and you can really tell.
This is like my song is actually a freestyle.
I don't
Yeah.
know why you're surprised that he's making songs at 8. He's got music in his blood.
He's Drake's son. Yeah, no, I can't believe that you have not seen Adonis' song. It's crazy. I can't believe you didn't know who Adonis was. He's the most famous
I'm
8-year-old in the world.
I'm gobsmacked right now.
Dude, yeah, you gotta get caught up on the Adonis lore. He's starting to make music, and it's quite lit. I mean, even for an 8-year-old, like the worst song I've heard.
Would you have done it better as an 8-year-old?
No, but I wouldn't have tried because I was fucking playing Legos.
Playing Legos, kissing girls.
Definitely not that.
I
was
mean,
I was a bit of a homosexual in my youth. I was only hanging out with boys.
I was hanging out with anyone who would talk about Pokemon with me.
I always liked girls more, but I was too scared of them.
I mean, it's fine to like girls, I guess.
I just mean like I guess I'm more scared of boys because boys are gonna make fun of me if I hang out with girls. But now I'm old and I don't want to hang out with anybody.
You want to hang out with me?
That's true. Yeah. But that's not really feasible most of the time.
Forget about it.
If you ever if you ever want to take a little weekend, you ought to come out here to the country, and I've got plenty of floor. I do have a bed, but you know, I can hide it if you'd like. Make out a nice little hollow spot on the ground for you. You ought to come visit.
No, I like the floor.
Yeah, we'll do a floor thing.
Yeah, keep Grug on the floor. That's I'm like all terrain sleeping. Sometimes I'll sleep standing up.
No way, really?
Yeah, when I'm at work and I'll just start walking around and I'll stand around in the break room because I get bored just sitting in my office and I'll doze off against the wall.
Oh, yeah, I genuinely can't tell. Is this 100% serious?
Yeah.
So we
That's
don't say on cast where you work, right?
No, I 1,000%. I do not want where I work to be public in any facet whatsoever.
All right. Well,
I have only ever told people that I know in real life where I work.
for the people at home listening, it's way funnier if you know where she works, but I'm not going to tell you.
Lockheed Martin. They keep me around as the token transsexual.
Yeah, you're making sure that you're the one making sure the bombs are woke enough, like in the
See,
comic.
you know that's a joke because they have way more than just one.
Yeah, aren't they all trans?
Oh yeah, they got hella trans women working at Lockheed Martin.
I'm pretty sure that guy who is that like that gay guy who got in trouble? He was like working in the White House. Oh yeah, the kink guy. He was like an elected official, and his like kink page leaked or something, and
His kink page?
he was like in like the leather straps and shit. He's just like a really kinky homo.
That's awesome. We need
Yeah.
more of those in like official positions, just like homos that like to have gay sex.
Well, George Santos is my favorite. He slays.
My favorite got to be Pete Buttigieg.
Ugh,
Ugh,
dude, I hate Pete.
what's wrong with Pete?
He's he's like such a Hamilton lib.
Like,
Grow up.
are you a real Pete Buttigieg fan?
No, I don't think I'm a fan of anything.
I'm a Kamala gal. The
Like the
wheels on the bus
Pokemon?
go round and round.
Kamala's a pretty cool Pokemon. I like its ability.
I never got into Pokemon. Does that make me an outcast here?
In our current audience, yes.
Oh yeah, because you guys, you all do that.
Well, Morgan doesn't.
Damn.
That's because he's too busy JRPGing.
Yeah, they play hella JRPGs.
Since I'm speaking to the transgender world, how about that Baldur's Gate 3?
Amen.
Any gamers here?
Love Baldur's Gate 3.
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Are you not playing it, Grug?
I have never played that game, and I never intend to play Baldur's Gate 3.
It's so
It's
good.
really good.
I've spoken about this before on this show, but high fantasy just does not interest me in the slightest.
Yeah, but if it makes you feel any better, and everybody says this, I am the same way. I think it's really dumb, and I was creaming my pants every second of that game. I mean, I had to get all new pants.
Is it because possibly you get to see boobs?
There are a lot of boobies to find, a couple of PPs that you will discover. You can have boobs and a PP at the same time if you want.
Boobs and a PP?
And a PP. You can have
Yeah.
no boobs and a vajayjay if you want.
That's just in real life.
Yeah,
Just like
it's
in real life.
yeah, it's like the first good woke fantasy ever. And I don't mean like I mean like modern day woke. Like fantasy's always been an avenue for, social and political issues to be explored, but like um there's something to get political again, like the whole wokeness thing. Like, of course, I think that getting upset about wokeness is really stupid, but I don't think that wokeness as a plague on media doesn't exist. I think it's a matter of if that's your priority. It's like between hating gay people and hating wokeness. If you get mad at like the Buzz Lightyear lesbo kiss as opposed to like nightclub shootings, that's like where you're a bad person. But like the like every other Pixar movie or whatever has like the first gay lead, like there is like an insistence on like being applauded that I see a lot, but this game did it very well. It was like I don't know, it felt like all the characters were really likable, and everybody's gay, and it doesn't feel weird. I don't know if I'm sounding too fringe here. Like there's like a fine line where it's like you're parodying gay people. It's like in League of Legends, the new character Emilio. I know you guys know what I'm talking about.
Wait,
But
hold on. I play League of Legends. I've seen that guy like twice.
yeah, well, nobody plays him, but like I tried him because I was playing support for a time, and friends told me time the most fucking annoying character on any video game I ever played. Because it's just nice racism. He's just like this little Spanish boy who's constantly talking about like mama's cooking and like I miss my abuela, and it's like how is this not bad? Like they're going for a diverse character, but it's like you're making them too too Brazilian or Mexican. What I don't know what where the character's from, but it's like it's too much. Do you know what I mean?
I I don't think I've ever heard a single Milio line of dialogue, but I believe you.
Just look it up. It's egregious. Like I had to stop. Like I kind of likes the character. Like one of his abilities is a soccer ball. Yeah, like it's like a little much, right?
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
I'm kind of waffling a little bit. I got a lot of thoughts.
I've never played Milio, and I've never played in a game where a Milio is present.
Well, look,
That cannot be true,
just
really.
look it up. Look up
Yeah.
Emilio. It's a Latinx child with a soccer ball who's always talking about missing his grandma and his mother's cooking, and like it's just very like it's just like, oh, look at that stereotype. It's just very nice racism. I mean,
And
it's better than like evil racism, but it's like,
dog, we gotta get you. I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
dude, like you know, I think my brain was bleeding before I got on this podcast today.
I feel that a lot. I think that my brain is leaking.
I had two different headaches, and then I was like brushing my teeth, and I was like spitting blood, but it wasn't like my gums.
You knew that you were getting on the Sneed Cell podcast and like just terrible things started happening to your body.
Yeah, I was like having a nosebleed, but like not from my nose, from like behind my nose. I think that my like
From your brain.
I think my brainstem had a a little blood leak, and I don't feel entirely cogent. So I'm doing my best here to it's like I got my crew with me in the room, keep me massage my shoulders, give me the hype when I need it. I'm trying my best, but you know the pressure.
It's definitely like this is the latest we've ever recorded one of these. It's 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Uh which is very atypical for when we actually usually record these. Oh, and Alex or Anna just sent Milio's voice lines.
Yeah, here
Is
you're like hey
is
amigo.
O'Meal? Is that like
My
grandma?
Omele. This is the farthest I've ever. Yeah, this one too. This is the farthest I've ever been from home. Like, I don't know. It's Stain. Mama worked so hard on this poncho.
If I were back home, I might be helping Mama cook or be feeding the animals with Papa.
I bet Papa is in the garden right now.
Yeah, there's like one lore line. I'm gonna show the Vidalian what I'm made of. Everything else is thanks, Flamigos.
There's a couple of lore lines where he talks about his Yuntal, which is like lore, I guess.
Is it like an organization? I think.
I'm gonna be
I
real.
don't know anything about League.
I don't know anything about League that isn't like Peter.
Like this
Well,
one too, the world is so big. It's like the naive immigrant. I don't know if I'm like imagining this stereotype, but I feel like I see that a lot in like media. It's like depicting diverse characters, but it's like the first time the character is being drawn is also the first time the character has ever existed. So they're like seeing the world for the first time. I don't know. I miss mama's cooking. The world is so big. My poncho's dirty. Like, it's just very, I don't know. It feels a little
Mm.
backhanded, backsided. Feels a little butt.
There's at least they're trying. I don't know. I'd be interested to see the development team or like the creative team behind Milio to
All
see
yeah.
if
white
Well,
it's
people.
it is Riot, so they had like a demon in charge, probably.
Dude, they fucked up my jungle so bad.
Yeah.
what they do to the jungle.
They just screwed up all the items. They like made I don't know. They like
They
all
gave you a Pokemon.
the Krugs are like uh all the camps are like have higher health. Just fuck the clear. Um Nerf some items.
Just
You know, the Krug camp is actually where my screen name comes from.
No way, really?
Oh,
Yeah, so this is a little known Grug fact. I've been playing League of Legends since 2009.
Jesus.
So for more than half of my life, I've been bound to Riot Games. And when the Krugs came out, I think they came out in 2013. I was reading the patch notes in a Skype call with my friend, uh, and I mispronounced the Krug camp as the Grug camp. And my friend said Grug, and he started calling me Grug.
That's very funny.
so have
So
you
that's
been Grug for 10 years?
probably closer to 11, but yeah, my digital screen name has been Grug for over a decade.
That's crazy.
When's your Grugversary?
Whenever when was the Krug camp first announced? I'm googling it.
Yeah, don't ask me. I started playing this game a year ago. I'm trash.
Krug camp. Let's see if the wiki says anything about it. Um, I imagine the wiki is just a bunch of like shit about the game. Oh wait. Patch history.
I don't see
There
it in
we
the patch
go.
history.
It was
Or
whenever it
wait,
was first announced. So patch 6.22. When was patch 6.22? This
no, that wouldn't have been it because that was in 2016.
Yeah, that cannot be right.
That was the first time they changed Krugs, I guess.
What season did the Krugs come out League? Maybe it might have been before. I don't think it, because I'm pretty sure it came from the Krug camp. But I could just be smoking penis in the longevity of my Grug like backstory.
Well,
Hold
I'm
on.
lost. I know nothing about this now. I'm excited to hear the lore though.
It doesn't even. I looked up Krug Camp release date and nothing is coming up.
Yeah, I guess we'll just have to get like a real League of Legends lore, patch lore expert.
Maybe it was preseason 5 league. Maybe that will show up something. What if I look up Control F? Oh, that's a cool little thing that's opened up on my computer. Krug. No mention in season 5. It was one
I've
of the
asked
big
I've
jungle
asked my
changes.
I've asked my resident League of Legends expert. Oh, he doesn't know.
Season 4 patch notes. Maybe it was season 4. Sorry, this is terrible podcast audio, but I actually am interested in this.
I'll
Who
keep.
fucking cares? Who
Oh
cares?
yeah.
I'll just DM like Riot or something and say, "Hey, hi. When did the Grug camp come out?"
It's very important. One of these days, you're gonna be more famous than League of Legends. That's my prediction.
Whenever
One
League of
day
Legends goes out
soon.
of business.
I'm about to stop playing. I just can't.
Really?
I'm
It's that
about to
bad?
play after this is done recording.
Really?
Sure.
I was gonna ask if I could play with you, but I think I'm gonna get on Guilty Gear.
You
I've
could play with me.
I've never
maybe.
had like post nut clarity, but every time I end a league sesh, I'm like, well, there goes a little bit of my soul.
I'm the opposite. Unless like it was a completely miserable game, I'm like, I should play again.
Keep on gambling.
Because I only play normals and I only play Cho Jungle.
You're
Show jungle.
crazy. I
Cho
wish I had.
Jungle.
There goes again.
Cho'Gath is like my soul main.
I'm a Graves guy.
If they ever change Cho'Gath, I'll never play again.
For
Like if they rework him.
for me, it's Peter.
Peter?
Singed.
Is that his
Peter?
name?
Yeah, Singed or Quinn or Sejuani or Callista.
Singed is Grug Core.
Oh yeah, he like runs around launching his farts everywhere. That's
They're
totally
not his
Grug core.
farts.
Oh, they're his farts. Now that
Yeah.
we're
Maybe
talking
when
about
you play him.
now that we're talking about farts and League of Legends for too long, I think we should wrap it up
Yeah.
here. We should wrap it up here.
I was just
Probably
getting
should have wrapped it
started.
up when we got into the Krug hole.
Never say that again.
Well, thanks for having me on the cast here.
The purple is crazy.
The Krug hole podcast.
Anyway, sorry for you guys a bunch. Morgan's gonna have a fucking terrible time editing this. Where can people find you, Cade?
Sometimes I go to Kroger, on Main Street, but I usually go to just kidding, guys. Come on. I got banned on Twitter, so the good one is gone. But I am soda_joke_. If you want to see the occasional log on, I'm not that devoted to it anymore.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it low key these days. I'm kind of on demand. I'm there when I'm needed. I guess.
Yeah. DM Soda Joke for all booking. If you want him to talk
Yeah.
about Alex Jones and be biphobic and racist on your podcast.
Hey, when was I? Wait. The narrative's getting out of control. Biphobia I can stand, but racism, no way.
Yeah.
She's
She's
on
sucking on my
that
tip.
on
The
racism.
jury's
Sucking on
out.
my tip. She's
Jury's
sucking on
out.
my tip.
Anyway,
Yeah.
thanks for
Sucking on my
tuning
tip.
into this
She's sucking
episode.
on
I
my
hope
tip.
Morgan comes
She's
back soon. We
sucking on
missed
my-
them.
Ooh.
It's been
Yeah.
so long since
She's
we've had
sucking
them
on my tip. She's sucking
here in
on
the
my
studio.
tip. She's sucking on my tip. Ooh.
Anyway,
Yeah. She's sucking on my tip. She's sucking on my tip. She's sucking on my tip.
Ooh, yeah, she's sucking on my tip. She extracting it 7-zip. She's gripping it and taking a sip. Oh, yes. I said, girl, I gotta piss. Oh, yes. She said, boy, I don't give a shit. Yeah, my penis look like a pinky toe. She don't give a shit. She still suck on my tip, though. Penis mode. I go penis mode. Penis mode. I go penis mode. She won't suck dick, but she'll suck tip. I got the cheat code. My balls are empty from the pre. I gotta reload. Yeah. She's sucking on my tip. Yeah. Cause I'm a pretty bitch. Yeah. Bad bitch, be like Mewtwo. I don't mean to be uncouth, but when my tip is inside you, I just think of my mom and think of my dad. Think of all the fun times that we had, and I think about toys and I think about play. Shout out to my breast fan page.
Yeah. She's sucking on my tip. She's sucking on my tip. She's sucking on my tip. Yeah. Sucking on my tip. She's sucking on my tip. She's sucking on my. Ooh. Yeah. She's sucking on my tip. She's sucking on my tip. She's sucking on my tip. Ooh. Yeah. She's sucking on my tip. She's sucking on my tip. She's sucking on my tip.
My name's Grug. I love to love. I love you. I love my mom.
She loves me back. I dropped out of school. Fuck a degree. Fuck, I'm Grug. I'm 6'2", 150 pounds. I'm fat and gay. I fuck men. My brother's in the room. Sorry, John, I know you don't like to hear your sister talk like this. I'm Grug, I love you. I have so much love to give. Bye bye.
Yeah, she's sucking on my tip. She's sucking on my tip. She's sucking on my tip. Yeah, sucking on my tip. She's sucking on my tip. She's sucking on my ooh. Yeah, she's sucking on my tip. She's sucking on my tip. She's sucking on my tip. Ooh, yeah, She's sucking on my tip. She's sucking on my tip. She's sucking on my tip.